Hello and welcome to the MAC weather page for this busy Friday, February 22nd. We got a major storm that's going to be moving through the Great Lakes this weekend. And again, that powerful storm is going to bring a lot of problems. We expect maybe a bit of freezing rain late Saturday morning into maybe early Saturday evening before I think most of the precipitation will change over to just rain, maybe even some thunderstorms. Then that cold front will come through and we expect widespread power outages across the Great Lakes, with winds sustained of 25 to 40 miles per hour, gusts from 55 to 65 miles per hour, and that's going to help produce a flash freeze once that cold front moves through. Expect about maybe around a half inch of liquid precipitation, and then maybe 1 to 2 inches of snow as we get into Sunday and Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening. And with snow showers with these kind of winds, you can imagine near zero visibility at times with down power lines and tree limbs. Again, very dangerous situation coming up for the day on Sunday with those winter storm watches. And again, that flash freeze certainly likely to cause a lot of issues with area schools come Monday, that and the power outages as well. And if we look at the Southern Oscillation Index over the last week or two at some of the Outlook conferences, I talked about expecting that Southern Oscillation Index to crash. And over the last week to 10 days, that's exactly what it's been doing. And again, we'll continue to see that crash here over the next several days. So when that happens, what can you expect? Well, this is something you can expect when that happens. Again, what could possibly go wrong with that? And again, this big storm is just one example. When we get that Southern Oscillation Index to crash like that, often in about a week to 10 days, you can expect colder and stormy conditions across the eastern U.S., and that's exactly what we got. You can see this morning the winter storm watch is already in effect. I'm in complete agreement with that. We don't need a lot of snow. With these kind of winds and the whiteout conditions that can be expected once we get the cold front to move through, very dangerous across the area. And again, I expect all of the area to be under a high wind warning as we get into Sunday as well. And temperatures out there this morning, you can see quite a range in temperatures in the low teens across west central lower Michigan down to the upper 20s as you get into southeast lower Michigan. On the satellite view, you can see all that moisture coming in off the Pacific and then eventually opening up to the Gulf. As we get low pressure, you can see it swirling around in Southern California. Again, that's going to move off to the east and then cut right up into lower Michigan. Right now we expect it to come around the southeast Wisconsin up to near Sault Ste. Marie. And again, that's going to bring quite a bit of wind across the area as that storm will be very powerful. And if we look at the radar out there this morning, not a whole lot going off in the area right now, just some of that moisture beginning to increase. We'll expect that to move into the area as we get into Saturday. As far as the weather map goes, you can see the area of low pressure systems gaining strength. And again, it'll be spreading some freezing rain into the Corn Belt, into Wisconsin, much of this coming late in the day or more likely tonight, before eventually moving into lower Michigan for tomorrow. And then again, as that system eventually, let's go back on the screen here, you can see the area of severe weather for day 2 expected. This will be for Saturday afternoon into Saturday night, even general thunderstorms up into lower Michigan. And finally, by Sunday, as that low pressure system is moving its way towards the Great Lakes, heavy snow across much of the UP, significant freezing rain as well. And again, even thunderstorms expected for southern lower Michigan very early in the day before that cold air sweeps through and changes things over to snow. As far as the precipitation amounts, again, about a half inch to an inch across much of the area. You can definitely see where the heaviest snowfall is going to be back across much of central and western UP areas, where I do believe they'll see a blizzard warning at some point from the storm. As far as how much snowfall from the WPC, you can see very significant amount of snows back across central and the western areas of the UP back into Wisconsin. Again, in this box shaded areas where I think we could see some blizzard warnings take place. And again, even with just minor amounts of snow across mid-Michigan, we're going to have some very interesting weather, I think, on Sunday. As far as the GFS snowfall, you can see the heaviest snowfall is a little farther back to the west, but even some snowfall across much of lower Michigan. Again, this is going to create some pretty dangerous conditions on Sunday. And as far as our local in-house computer shows, about 48 of an inch of a little bit of freezing rain at the beginning, and then mainly just rain as we get into very early Sunday morning before it switches over to some snow showers, and then maybe 2 to 4 inches of snow possibly as we get into Tuesday into early Wednesday with another system coming up. As far as the forecast goes, again, temperatures today mainly in the mid-30s will warm up around 40 over the weekend. Again, very, very windy conditions on Sunday. That's going to be the big story. I've increased the opportunity or the chance for school delays or closings for Monday up to about a 5, and I suspect I may have to raise that quite a bit more over the weekend, as again, this is going to be a very dynamic storm, and I think, again, the biggest thing will be the winds, power outages, and the low visibility and snow showers that occur on Sunday, and that flash freeze, which is going to cause very icy roads across the area as we get into Monday. Thanks for stopping by, and have yourself a great day, a great weekend, and 73s to all.